Hello Jen, how you going?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Oh, fantastic.
That's good.
Can we start off with knowing a little bit about you?
Yeah, sure. My name's Genevieve George. I'm 22 and I'm from Australia, and at the moment I'm working on a website called OneShift.com.au. It's a network that matches employees to employers based on their skills, experience, location, and essentially it's like a dating website.
Okay. So how long has the site been up for?
It's been around since June 13th, 2012, so it's our 8-month birthday. So
Okay.
Yay.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. What have we done since then? We've got 70,000 users to date all around Australia, which is very exciting. And we started from 18 to 24-year-olds in hospitality in Sydney, and somehow the concept has just grown and expanded all around Australia, from CT radiographers in Western Australia 2 days a week to we had a director of communications on long service leave who wanted something to do to keep him busy for 2 months. So he rolled up his sleeves, got involved with a startup who posted a job for a consultant for a couple of weeks, and he got in, got his hands dirty, had some fun, and then went back to work and had a whole new outlook on life. So,
do you find some of the people that get these jobs stay longer?
Yes, we are seeing that that trend occur a lot more often with the website, because whatever happens between the employee and employer is between them. We merely connect them. So we'll get star ratings coming through, go, Ben was a 5-star person, he was exactly what he said he was on his resume, and we really enjoyed him coming and working for the business. We've actually offered him a full-time role or a permanent part-time role out of this job, which is fantastic.
And so you basically keep track of some of your clients just through the star rating. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, sure. When an employee gets matched to a job and a business decides to take them on for the position, they can give them a rating after the shift is finished or during their casual or part-time employment, saying they stole from me 1 star, never hire this person, or 5-star, did a fantastic job, hiring them, or 3-star, it's between 1 and 5, they can put what they like. And it's really allowing employers to put the onus back on employees to be what they say they are.
Yeah. How did you come up with the concept?
The whole OneShift concept, or just the star rating?
OneShift.
Basically, I was on holidays in Europe. During a working holiday, I got told, okay, you can start working a month. Fantastic, but got a month to survive, so I had very little money. So I went and spoke to cafes in the area saying, look, it's not just me, there's 20 other people in this hostel who are in the exact same situation. We had people actually fly home internationally because they couldn't afford to last the month or 2 or whatever their scenario to start work. So made agreements with them just verbally, hey, give me the shifts, either I'll turn up or somebody else will turn up from the hostel, which meant that I could do 2 shifts or 3 shifts, go travelling, come back, do 2 or 3 shifts, go travelling, come back. So it gave me the flexibility, but also the business had someone turning up every time, guaranteed. So I went, there's nothing in Australia or anywhere in the world that allows a business to have that power of somebody turning up that information instant, ready at their hands and cheaply. And for employees from 14 and 9 months to 100 years old to find work that suits their lifestyle and actually allows them to use their skills.
Okay. And also, I understand that you're expanding into New Zealand. Is it going to be hard to start to keep track of the businesses or some of the jobs that are coming through, because you're expanding all over the place? How would you deal with that?
Well, the best thing about the site is a business has a profile. So it's like Facebook, businesses and employees have profiles. They upload photos, videos, information about themselves, and they'll always be there. And we can always see what they're doing, who they're speaking to make sure that they get the best possible experience. And I mean, really, New Zealand is just another state of Australia, so we all speak the same language, it's the same culture, it's more of a tourism, seasonal, more transition industry over there with all the bars and the ski season, the summer season. It actually has a big change, so it's going to be actually quite interesting to see what we can do there and what we can achieve, especially in Christchurch with the earthquakes. Yeah. There's a lot of uncertainty in business up there, and to really allow businesses to have that confidence to bring on some employees as they need them, and then turn it off when, I don't know, they need to grow a little bit, save up a bit more money, whatever the uncertainty is, and give them that confidence to give it a go.
In the beginning, did you invest your own money, or did you have some investors? How did that all work?
I've been doing it myself with my family. My father's executive chairman, and he and myself have been doing it by ourselves for, 8 8 months now, and what's happening? We're going to break even on June 14th, June 2014, next year, if we keep moving at this rate. So at the moment we're actually capital raising to try and accelerate that growth, because this concept is so current in all over Australia, all demographics, all industries. Yesterday I was in Canberra, for example, with the Council of Small Businesses Australia, and speaking to Mark Bowen and Bill Shorten about the issues that all the industries are having, and speaking with Peter Strong, the CEO of that group, with all the other industry members, everything from hairdressers to financial services to bookstores even, they've all got their representatives, and they're all coming going, this is our problems, too much red tape. Yes, you're putting policy in place to allow for flexibility and leave for employees, which is great. It needs to be there in place, but for employers, they're at risk. They can reject it. Yeah. You don't want that culture, that negative culture for a mum and dad business to say, look, sorry, you're the only one in the store, we need you here, and that person needs to go take care of someone. It doesn't allow a lot of flexibility in the market. So for us to come in and go, look, there's another option, and assist businesses and work with them to have this flexibility for businesses and employees, it's going to have a much more positive culture, and allow, I suppose, that more confidence in the marketplace that we really need.
What are some of the other challenges that you've faced in the last 8 months?
Keeping up, definitely a big one. I mean, with the growth we've had, it's about 10 to 12,000 people a month, so all around Australia, and going, oh, didn't know we could do not just blue collar here. We thought hospitality, so all our skills, certificates, experience was all matching based on hospitality. So suddenly getting legal associates and going, okay, we need to bring that sort of stuff into the system to match based on that, so the business and the user get the best experience, and an employee can actually market themselves the best possible way to the business.
Do you find that most of the clients that you're having in regards to businesses are the big corporations like hotels or anything, or just the smaller ones, or have there been quite an even mix?
Everything from Joe Blow's Cafe down the road to Hungry Jack's to lawyers to medical centres, you name it, it's on nude models, strip clubs, everything.
Wow.
Yes.
And how have you guys been marketing yourselves? Has it been word of mouth or?
Well, we did do a marketing campaign at the end of last year.
Yeah.
More online space, banners, Google search words, of course, Facebook, EDMs. But what we've found is from that word of mouth and the virality of the concept has naturally grown. So we've had that off for a month and a half, 2 months now, and we've sustained the same growth rate the whole way through, which is great because our CPAs are down. Yes. We've had 1.5 to 2 million visitors to the site in the last 3 months.
Wow.
Approximately. So we've had a lot of traffic, a lot of sign-ups, and a lot of movement, and a lot of matching, which is great. So we're consistently getting a better match, more matches, and a better experience for the business. Yeah.
Yeah. Are there some things or marketing strategies that have really worked for you compared to other ones?
Search. Google is, if you're not on Google, you're not on the map. So for me, I really believe in going to speak to the customer and finding out what works for them. There's no way we're going to be able to sit back and be that corporate face and guess what people want. So I think it's really important to be on the ground and speaking to the mum and dad businesses, to the larger corporations, to being involved with things like the Council of Small Businesses of Australia, and finding out what they need, what's going to change their lives, because this is really a game-changing concept. We've got everything from a 12-month dynamic calendar that can match people down to the minute, location and day of when they're available to work. So next week, mum's birthday, we're away for 3 days, I don't want to work, block it out. Yep. Every Tuesday from 9:30 a.m, I'm in Brisbane and I'm available to work. But Mondays from 2 p.m, I'm in Melbourne and I'm available to work. So it's really allowing instant live information for businesses to make informed decisions, and that's all for free to see everyone. And then they're only paying on performance for $22 to speak to 3 people. It's a no-brainer.
Is this the type of business where you can be anywhere to work, or have you guys just based yourself somewhere and said this is our office?
We can be anywhere. It's a geocentric site, so it moves with the users wherever they go. So for us, from Sydney, it made sense to stay in Sydney, so we've just been running it from here basically. But We will be putting business development managers around Australia and ramping our staff numbers up to 35 people over the next 2 months. So
Wow.
we will have a presence in all states with that physical sense, because I think that's very important for business relations to actually know what your customers want.
And at the beginning, was there a place where you sought some advice, or was it just through your dad, or just through trial and error?
IT people will cringe when I say this, but I did it on a WordPress site as a test site to begin with.
Okay.
Yes. It was interesting. It was touch and go.
And you set it up all yourself, just going, oh, is this how you do it?
I spoke to a friend who knew a web developer who I was working it through, going, I have no money. This is what I want to do. What do you suggest? And he was the one who said, look, you should do a test site first before throwing money at it. I was like, thank goodness, you've got a brain. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So we put it together as much as we could, sticky tape, everything. It was very interesting. Had 300 uni students sign up, and that was just from me putting posters up at uni campuses. We had clubs like the Eastern and the Soho using it for promo staff. And I kind of went, right, this actually works. So went and spoke to my dad. He's got that business background. He's been an amazing mentor and actually interested in this concept and can see it working. So he's even, getting in there and going, wow, you can do this and this and this. And so it's really exciting to have that person there as well who's just as passionate about the idea as myself.
Because this has been moving so fast, has there been a moment where you're like, hang on, stop? If this goes too fast, it's going to get out of control. Have you ever thought about that, or are you just going with it at the moment?
Haven't had a chance to have that moment yet.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll have to. Maybe it might come. It might come soon. But at the moment, we're just. I think that's what's important about entrepreneurship. Being 80% ready for the race and be in the race versus 100% ready and missing the race completely. So it's really just about bringing it as you come and find those problems and dealing with them as quickly as possible.
At any point, have you ever felt burnt out?
I mean, Christmas was our busiest because it is the hospitality season. So we weren't sure how crazy it was going to go, how quiet it was going to go. People are away for January. So I got a couple of days off over Christmas, or just after Christmas. So it was a good time to have a rest and hibernate. So I haven't had a complete burnout yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you give us some advice for some of the viewers at home that want to start up their own web development business? Or web business?
Yes. Just anything in general?
Yeah.
I'd say definitely think big, because if you don't think big, you always stay small.
And also in regards to, say, your confidence starting up, were you kind of like, oh, will this work, will it not? And how did you start to build that confidence?
My theory is, I'm 22, I have no mortgage, I don't have kids or anything like that, so, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to spend my life savings and, that's it. And go, okay, well that was fun, I tried something and it failed, but at least you tried something. So get in there, fail, at least then you know how to do it better the next time, because you only learn by failing.
Yeah. Has this given you more ideas for future ventures?
I think I've more been consumed in this and going, okay, how can this idea branch off into a lifestyle choice for people? And so it's constantly in my head going, oh, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. So there are other ideas, but more, I guess, attached to the lifestyle of OneShift and part-time and the casualization of the workforce.
And because this idea is like a booming idea, nothing that anyone's really seen before, have you had people already trying to replicate and copy?
Not identically, because nobody has the instant chat, the geocentric, the 12-month dynamic calendar, anything like that, or the video chat. It's very unique to anything in the industry globally. So you do have people who kind of replicate the Seek model. That's very easy to do, whereas us, we've spent a lot of time developing this. So if they were going to, they're months behind, and we're going to be the first movers in the market.
Yeah.
So they've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay. All right, well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks very much. If you guys want to catch it online, check out oneshift.com.au. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Cut.